All right, jumping back into the weekly pack. Today's first main run is going to be another secret achievement. It's a little different than yesterday's in that yesterday's video we used Mantis primarily with the assistance of Shark, monkeys, get our scaling going. Today we're doing the Rev GT method, which is the dragon scaling. It's the third time that Rev's been mentioned in the first two videos of my channel. I guess we know who my favorite SAP streamer is. So yeah, let's see what we get going here. Got one triple for turn 3, so hopefully we get something good. Stoats are always risky, but we like them. Badgers we like as well. I've avoided the Deer Lord primarily in these runs because I feel it kind of locks you up where everything that faints, you know, if it faints backwards, it always goes on the Deer Lord. The Mantis, I just find being a lot more flexible. Run front Mantis, run back Mantis, run middle Mantis. Take your pick. Love the guinea pigs for level ups. Didn't find another though, so we're rocking with the stoats. And I think I freeze the stoat there just to see if another stoat happens to show up in the shop. Kind of one where I think normally I wouldn't really freeze, but kind of just gambling a little bit. Going for the RNG. No stoat, so we're just going to take the cell, see what we get a crow. Always taking beta fish just to store some stats for later. Yeah, let's see what we do here. I think we're saving leech just for a level up. But yeah, in the last couple days we have in this weekly, again, this is a very good run, and I get Wyvern in the team. Don't know if I necessarily level it up, but just getting Wyvern on your team while you level up other things, especially for the glorious turn 7 level ups where you get the tier 5s, turns out pretty well when you get that extra option. And 0 wins, 5 hearts. We expected to lose at a certain point with kind of how we're greeting for these level ups. But yeah, now we can take them. So Rooster, always great. Snapping Turtle, I believe I considered there because I actually don't have the achievement yet. Kind of funny. It's a decent pet, but I think typically I always just would get Snapping Turtle level 2 in my builds because I'd still want like a front melon or lemon or something, right? 3 skewers seems kind of overkill for any team. Yeah, not sure what I'm doing with this leech, so I might just be running a front leech. I guess we'll see. But yeah, not sure what direction the team's going, so we're just going to take anything we can on the Rooster for the meantime, just to buy us some time. I skip a Mantis, so I'm committed to not really going the full Feint team. So what are my options here? Turn 8, we're about to get to turn 9. We have a couple potential level ups, so I guess we're looking for a Dragon, Bop. We don't really have great gold generations, so I don't think a Bop would be the best. But yeah, take the Crow, get the level up. Get a Questing Beast, which, I don't know, I guess I take for partially the stats. And I guess we could sell and get the 8 health or an Excalibur going. We have a long ways to go, so this might be a good Excalibur game. Might get good value off those stats over time. Any level up we can get, just so we can get this team rolling. We're kind of at a stalemate. Fly, always great. Any scaling we can get. Rooster will carry us until we figure out what we want to do. Again, there's me freezing a Snapping Turtle for a turn, just trying to see, is this what I want to go for in my achievement? Or... So we got a good build going here, a good base. We still have some lives, so... This is a good position to be on a team, but you have to make decisions quick at this point, or else the run's just going to die off. And luckily with the level 2 Badger, we just keep scraping out some draws, so... We got to make sure this team's set up for the very long run. So yeah, I'll pack a chocolate and perfect roll into dragon. I mean, that's just the setup we wanted to see. So now we can decide if these are the units we want to keep until we really start pushing the scaling. But as soon as I get level 2 dragon, I always like just pushing scaling immediately to get ahead of the curve. And we have enough hearts and enough room to work with here, plenty of time, so I think it's worth it to put... Oh, we're not pushing scaling immediately. Oh man, we're so greedy on this run. 2 level 2 roosters? That's what we're doing. Two roosters and a badger is a pretty gross team if you can scale them with the dragon. Unfortunate for the teams I'm going to face, although... 1 health win. Thought it was going to be a draw. So the question... Freeze 2 chocolates. I'm skipping tier 1s. What are we looking for? Can you guess what it is? Alright, it's the end of the roll, so we're taking the tier 1s. And we find a Hydra. So, if you've played the weekly at all this week, or if you've watched anyone's videos, you've probably seen a mixture of endgame of level 3 Root 50-50 Roosters, level 3 50-50 Hydras, a couple other pets in the mix there. Obviously Badger's really strong. And yeah, when you get these pets scaled in this weekly, there's nothing that can really beat them. So if you don't have the pets and you come up against a team that has those pets, whether you have Melon or not, you're probably going to lose. If you have those pets, doesn't really matter what equipment you have. If you're scaled, you're probably going to win. So now you see we just take the scaling off, and yeah, all we care about is scaling. We're just freezing those 2 chocolates and just getting the scaling going. Big team. Wow, the Badger doesn't break through, so we lose a heart. So kind of scary. So that tells me we really need to push the scaling. We'll see at what point I use these chocolates. It'll probably be towards the end of the roll if we don't find any tier 1s. And yeah, those are some rough rolls right there. Instead of taking the melon, I take the chocolate. Another greed play. And just a perfect draw. Badger's perfect for the draws, and I think at this point I was pretty happy with my draws. So that's why I was keeping the back Badger, because I could easily go front Badger and feint my dragon and probably take out 2 units. Oh, do I switch it up here now? Looks like replay's got a little bugged out with the order, but nope, I'm just putting 3rd Hydra to get all my summons. And you can start seeing the power of the build right now. I mean, we're facing a very strong team, and it's not even close. Another chocolate, so we get level 3 Hydra, and I think we can safely say GG. And yeah, I think at this point I realized, oh, we only have 5 wins. We have potentially one of the strongest teams in the pack. We have plenty of time to go for an achievement. So I think at this point I've realized that, and I'm trying to scrape because I've gotten most of the achievements so far. I've gotten the Hydra head. I had the chicken turtle pack a long time ago. Yeah, so I think I'm trying to like scratch my head and figure out what. There's some tier 1s I think I don't have yet. I have the oyster already. So yeah, I think I was looking at the pets for a long time, trying to figure out what to do. But in the meantime, I want to push the entire team to 50-50. So we're just going to keep the scaling rolling. As soon as we get our 3 big units to 50-50, we can actually pivot off dragon and do whatever we want. And probably don't even have to worry about scaling the team or anything like that from there on. As you can see here, another decently strong team, and it's just not even close. And we are pretty late game, so I guess these teams are expected to be strong. But yep, save that pill for a turtle pill. Could have put it on any three of the guys, but I guess I figure if these two, if there's some dolphins or something and these two happen to faint, although that might kill the badger, I think is killing through melon either way. Yeah, teams that just didn't quite get there, and I am obviously there. So, take the marmosets for the free rolls. Oh, that was interesting. We're gonna rewind this. So we saved an anglerfish. Just, other people are going for special secret achievements. Might as well try to angle something. And what do you know? That team had a smallest slug, and the video I made yesterday had a devastating run where I had a pretty strong smallest slug team, and it crashed and burned. So yeah, let's try to make up for that smallest slug loss yesterday and get ourselves a smallest slug. So that really worked out. Before we do, we want to make sure we get to our 50-50. So I think I'm just going to take... I didn't realize that the smallest slug was going to activate the dragon here, so I took the marmoset. I definitely didn't have to do that. I guess it does give me a little extra health on the Hydra, but probably not worth it. But yeah, at this point, you know what we're looking for, and what do you know? First roll, we get the Quetzalcoatl, and we don't have a mantis or anything, so we can just ride this out. So I actually don't need to freeze this blobfish. I think I didn't realize that until the end. I was like, oh wait, this guy's not gonna faint, because I'm so used to him fainting. And if you see what happened at the end of the turn there, I didn't expect at all. The badger, where are we? The badger is a tier 3. So the Quetzalcoatl gave the experience to the badger. We're at 8 wins with 2 lives. And we're expected to win every round, right? There's no losing with this team that we have. So I'm like, oh, we just lost our secret achievement because of that. So we're in a dire situation right now. We need to get 5 XP, or at least 4 XP, and then we'll get the 2 from the Quetzalcoatl next turn. Because we're not expected to lose, right? Unless we can somehow throw. So yeah, let's see what we do. I'm gonna slow this down. Guess we've been going slow. And yeah, we're just rolling because we are very desperate. And luckily, this is probably the best thing we could have found was a badger or chocolate. I'm not sure the order of operations on the Quetzalcoatl. I think some people have figured it out. I don't quite remember what it is. If you do remember and you happen to be watching this, please let me know because I'm very curious. If this badger was still left at a 2.66, would the experience have gone to the slug or the badger? So I don't know if it's highest attack, if it's one who's closest to level 3. I'm thinking since it went to badger last time, it would have gone to badger again. So I think on that roll, the best thing I could have gotten was the badger or chocolate, because then that guarantees the 2 experience here. I try to throw the round, so then all I need is 1 chocolate, 1 experience on my smallest slug, and then my Quetzalcoatl will finish the deal. So yeah, front Hydra, badger to kill our rooster. We lose all of our summons. We want to lose. We want to lose or draw. Thankfully the crisp gets on us, but we would have one-shot our rooster anyway. And they're going to have a 50-50 shark, so it looks like... yeah, looks like we're good. Never been so happy with a loss in my life. So yeah, we need 1 chocolate in 7 rolls. And what I did not expect was getting a level 2 Quetzalcoatl. And that gets the same job done, because now it gives 4 experience to the smallest slug, as you'll see here. And there we go. Achievement done. And I'm going to rewind this because this is probably one of the greatest front badgers I've ever had in my life. I run a lot of front badgers, especially front badgers with melon. Not only does this not have melon, and it doesn't matter, but a level 3 50-50 Monty with melon, so it attacks for, what, 200 damage? And so this Monty if, I mean, my Badger, if I didn't have a Badger, let's say I just had a 50-50 up here, something. My Monty, or their Monty, would kill to my Rooster. So then I'd be left with my Chicks and my Hydra to get through the rest of their team, which is probably possible to be honest, but Monty is just so strong. It can literally mow through 3/4 of your team, just a strong Monty with a melon. So we take out the Monty, one shot, and that just leaves the rest of the game in the hands of our backline, and it's GG. It's just, once you get the team set up like this, you can do whatever you want in the other two slots. I mean, I think I went 6 turns or something really without scaling. All I got was a melon, a single melon. I didn't really improve my team at all. I guess I put my Badger level 3, but it didn't really matter. Like, my Badger would have traded with a Monty at level 2. So yeah, insanely fun run. It's really fun when you get teams set up and then you can kind of do what you want, especially going for the achievements. Angling the smallest slug. Great run. Let's see what else we got. All right, here's a little bonus clip. Turn 6, we took a level up. We got a couple turtles, it looks like. Just gonna take them and kind of see what happens. I'm gonna speed this up a good amount because we got a couple level ups set up for our turn 7. So let's see what the pivot is. If you haven't noticed by now, I am a big fan of greeting and setting up for pivots because then your team can really take off, and I find you can have the most fun because you really have the creative freedom when you kind of get ahead of the curve in the late game. So we get double shark, and at this point I have no mantis. I don't really have much, I didn't have much tempo before this, so the shark with the level 2 anteater is great tempo. And the reason I'm showing this video is because something I rarely do, but because it's pretty fun. I got 2 sharks. Normally you just stack them, go for your level 2 shark early, work your way to the 50-50. I'm going separate sharks. I'm riding it out. I'm using the tempo. I'm going to try to push the late game. I'm going to just start manually pilling stuff to try to get stats. But we're going to see if we can kind of do this the OG way. And yeah, sharks are strong, so it's a good sign already. Chocolate was big for the level 2 turtle, immediately into a pill, so again, just getting good luck. Monkey, gonna keep the swan it looks like, because the gold generation's just good. Gold lets us buy more chocolates, lets us find more pills. So it looks like we're gonna greed and get rid of our anteater. That's probably why we got the I can't say this, the Yggdrasil fruit to summon the Nordic goats to kind of replace our 2 ant summons, so that way we retain some of our tempo at least. But yeah, double melon is just so strong. Turn 9 double shark. So yeah, I think we made a solid pivot. Instead of going level 2 shark, just going level 2 monkey. Very surprising to pill level 2 anteater like that, but we get the gold back. All we really care about is finding pills and getting more gold, not necessarily having summons on our team, right? So, and killing that many things that quickly with only level 1 sharks kind of hurts the soul a little bit, but at the same time, it's working, right? 1 health win. So this tells me our tempo's good. And yeah, let's just take the level 2 shark and let's get some stats. Spread the stats out a little bit. Bird of Paradise Swan. Yeah, seems like a great idea. Seems kind of counterintuitive if we go Bird of Paradise with our sharks because we're going to lock our team up a little bit. We want to look for pills unless we sell monkey. Yeah, let's see what we do. Just bought it for 1 trigger. We got pills. And we're so strong, we can 4 squad. Level 3 shark. Nah. Wait. Yeah. Level 3 shark. So now we're pilling on the monkey. Like, let's spread these stats out. The monkey's probably here to stay. Eventually we might... Oh, we are committing to the squad. So we are no longer pilling to scale our sharks. Our sharks are scaled enough. We're going to let them scale the rest of the way in battle. He's got a scaled Hydra, I don't, but I have 2 sharks with melon, so... And I'm getting my Hydra there. Very surprised I put some food on my swan when I could just move my swan up to get monkey buffed. But yeah, losing out on a summon just because we want the monkey buffs. We want to scale this Hydra as much as we can before we have to move it back. And I guess because we're running sharks, we only care about 30 attack on the Hydra, then we can move it back. That way we get our 3 spawns. Double melon, 2 big units in the back. It is just so strong in this pack. Typically you have your big units in the front, which you always want, but in this weekly you need a big unit in the front and a big unit in the back because of the sharks, the hydras, the roosters. One shark in the back. I need 2 sharks. Hydra gets it done anyway. And yeah, that's the game. Double pivot to double shark, super fun. Let's see what else we got. Alright, got another run here starting at turn 8 where we have 2 hearts and only 2 wins. So it looks like all we've done so far is invest in a praying mantis and a goldfish, which is great because we're setting up for our turn 9 pivot, right? So get the alpaca, get a wyvern, because if we level up the wyvern, then we'll have more options for our turn 9 level up, right? Whether we want to, I mean, this doesn't necessarily look like a dragon team, but whether we want to go dragon, bird of paradise, or get something that's not a scaling unit, like get our hydra in now or something. So let's see how it goes. Back Badger, huge fan in this weekly, as the first game showed. Just getting those draws, prolong the game, get your secret achievements. So we get the level up, we get Angler. That team didn't really have anything that we want probably. Got Bird of Paradise, Fly, and Questing Beast. So let's see what we're going to take here. We take the Bop. And the Bop makes sense because we sell the Goldfish and now we're up to 18 gold. So we can get a couple Bop triggers here, which I guess is good, but we don't have anything on the team that's going to really benefit from the Bop scaling right now. Like, our Mantis is going to get to 50-50, right? We need to scale other things on our team, so take the Alpaca, take the Rooster. Okay, now we have something on the team we want to scale. Snapping Turtle. So I mentioned earlier in the video, but I do not have the Snapping Turtle achievement. So I saw these come in the shop, and it just told me, the time is now. Take your Snapping Turtle. So yeah, we're going to scale our Rooster, start building levels on our Turtle, scale with our Bop. Bop scaling, since we don't have any gold generation, isn't going to be the best, but it's not a big deal when you have a Mantis scaling like he is, and we have a Rooster that's going to be close to halfway there soon. So, avocados for the greed, beta for the attack, and yeah, all we really care about is kind of scaling our Rooster right now, keeping our Mantis happy. So yeah, we're just going to hold on to those Snapping Turtles in the shop, even though I really don't like keeping the shop frozen. We'll take them when we want to. Got a Dragon frozen here because the scaling really doesn't matter on the Mantis. We want to scale these two up to 50-50. So yeah, take our Snapping Turtles, freeze our Dragons. Let's see what we want to do. These level 3 Roosters, man, they're a problem. Luckily they weren't quite strong enough. With Oyster, good amount of gold. It's a tough pivot. I was holding on to these dragons for a while, thinking, man, It would be a good pivot, but it'd be a tough pivot because you have all this gold and you want to spend it and get your buffs. So I just decided to forego it. And yeah, we're running back Mantis even though we don't have a monkey because we have these two skewers now. So I figure we can just chip through their whole team with our rooster and our skewers, and then our Mantis will take us home. So considering the back sharks and our skewers are breaking melons, I think it was a great pivot decision on as far as the team order. And we'll just keep this run rolling. Not sure at this point if I'm really considering like secret achievements or anything, because we're just going for a snapping turtle achievement. Angler, just in case, as you guys saw in that smaller slug clip earlier in the video, angling is a great way to get the secret achievements. I could angle that Monty that we're fighting right now and start building up my Monty if I wanted to. But yeah, front Mantis again just to get that melon. Luckily it paid off. Let's just take our level 3. No reason to go for level 3 bot because we're probably going to be selling it. So just take all the stats we can get while we can. Food buffs for our snapping turtle, try to catch him up. But yeah, perfect example of that skewer doing some work there. Killing the back pig even though it didn't matter too much because they had the Hydra and we lose. Doesn't matter what equipment you have, what scaling you have, if they have a level 3 50-50 Hydra or level 2, you're probably going to lose. Yeah, pig just for the gold generation on the bob. At this point the bob's just hitting these 2 units. Pretty soon the rooster's going to be done, so I just figure squeeze the last little scaling I can out of it. Toss a pizza, why not? Rooster's there, so bob scaling really isn't that important anymore. Take a sheep for the summons. And yeah, hope we get the achievement here. I mean, the skewers are just incredible. And yeah, thankfully our melon gets the job done. So yeah, another really fun run. I really enjoyed actually utilizing the level 3 snapping turtle. I mean, obviously all 3 skewers didn't really help, but that was some incredible value on the skewer. And if you're running like a skewer or chili this weekly, definitely having them up front as usual, break all the melons, and then having something big with melon in the back, or just having something big with summons in the back, is a really good way to go this weekly. So yeah, there you go. That's gonna wrap up today's video. These games were a string of 5 wins in a row that I got last night. A couple of them were with a good buddy of mine that we play together, and he doesn't play too much, so he just kind of watches me play and gives me a lot of input. I get to level up, and I'm like, all right, which way you want to go? And kind of let him drive, so it's a lot of fun. Um, yeah, let me know what you guys thought of these runs, kind of what your favorite of this weekly is. Cheers.